So next up, we're taking on Storm Eagle. Now, Storm Eagle is a very bottomless pit-heavy stage, I find, but there's some stuff we also have to get here. We have our first health extension, which is nice. Which, I don't think I need to explain what it does, it just increases our health. So, we also have our first sub-tank. So to get our first energy tank, our sub-heart tank, we're going to dash and fall. Ha ha. It's too early in the morning for me to be doing this, even though it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Anyway, we're going to dash and we're going to jump and hold left. That's the only way you're going to get to this heart tank. So that is our first health extension of the game. 7 more to go, if I'm remembering correctly. So like I said, you're just going to want to be very careful with this stage because it's very bottomless pit heavy. As we're traversing Storm Eagle's, his airship. I have no idea how to escape those yellow guys. Get down here. Ooh, an extra life. It's like I never died. Sweet. Now, you have to be kind of careful with these platforms as well, because these turrets like to spawn when they weren't there before. So, there's our first energy tank. Well, sub-tank. Think of them kind of like the energy tanks from classic Mega Man. Except, instead of being one-use items, like in classic Mega Man, they become a permanent part of X's overall arsenal, which is kind of cool. Now, in order to fill a sub-tank, you actually have to be completely full on energy to begin with. And then you have to collect extra health pickups, and those will go to your sub-tanks. Now, if you get filled by one of the energy pickups, and it overflows, it will not go into a sub-tank. So there are 2 ways to get over there. That is where our next light capsule is. You can either, well, one of 3 ways. You can do it that way, which isn't fun. You can do it this way with a dash jump. Alternatively, you can do it the easiest way. Now, the way I did it here, I'm going to be explaining later, because there's a heart tank we actually have to get doing that method. So if you dash, jump, and hold right, and you will cling to that wall, but just barely, giving you just enough time to wall jump up it. Alternatively, you can dash jump off the wall. Now, dash jumping is exactly like it sounds. It's just a dash jump in the direction you want to go off of a wall. But again, you have to hit the dash button and the jump button at the same time in order to dash jump anywhere. That's as much distance as we're getting with a normal wall jump. However, with a dash jump, we make it completely over the gap. Now again, dash and jump at the same time in the direction off of a wall. So this is our second light capsule. This is the helmet upgrade. This allows us to tap into our inner Mario and break blocks with our head. And this one actually is breaking blocks with our head, because Dr. Light even says you break blocks with a powerful headbutt. Now the demonstration. Oh yeah. X just takes control every time after you pick up a new light capsule, just to give you a quick demonstration of what it does and what ability you just got. Now, about these ostrich enemies. I never knew that until practice playthrough, where you can just dash past their legs. So that's always nice. So again, you're going to want to just be careful here. Bottomless pit territory. And this is pretty much the end of the stage. Not a very long stage, not a very hard stage either, but we got everything we need to here, so we're not going to be coming back here. So, our next Maverick, Storm Eagle. One of the easier Mavericks, I find. Now, Storm Eagle has a few attacks. He's got two types of wind attacks. One where he flaps his wings, and one with his pink wind tunnel. They don't do any damage. They push you around. Yeah, they don't hurt. They just push you. He's got this dive attack, which is fairly easy to avoid if you just dash in the direction he's coming underneath him and turn around and shoot him. You can get a pot shot in on him. He also has this attack, which didn't time it right. But he spawns in his babies, which if you hit the egg with a charge shot, none of them will spawn anyway. Even though the babies go down in one hit, they're not too hard to avoid if you can just destroy the egg beforehand. But that's Storm Eagle, rather easy Maverick. For beating Storm Eagle, we get the Storm Tornado, which is that pink tunnel attack he used against us. But, however, unlike his, ours is more powerful. It does damage. Heck yeah. Alright, next Maverick is Flame Mammoth. Why was I thinking Spark Mandrillable? Oh, no, it's not Spark Mandrill. It's Flame Mammoth. So Flame Mammoth has a couple things we gotta get here as well. We have another heart tank. We have a sub-tank, and we have the most annoying light capsule in the game. Now, if you noticed, there's a bunch of ice in this stage as well. That's because normally this stage is completely and totally covered in fire. Anywhere there's ice, there would be fire. Now, normally the fire does a ton of damage, if not outright kills you. But because we beat Chill Penguin first, we don't have to worry about any of that, allowing us to get this heart tank really easy. But you know, bottomless pits don't give a shit about heart tanks. Now, in order to get the next light capsule, our next light capsule is right up there. Now, if you noticed, I can't jump that high. What we have to do is we have to dash, jump, hold left, cling to that wall up there, and break the block using our helmet upgrade, even though we're using our feet. Now, this light capsule is kinda finicky to get. I'm lucky I got it on my second try there. But this gives us the X-Buster upgrade. Now, this is probably one of the most useful upgrades in the game. This allows us to not only charge the X-Buster even further into the Spiral Crush Shot, but it also allows us to charge our special weapons, giving us some new ways to dish out tons of pain. Now, this guy's just in my way, and he's gonna be dealing lots of damage if I don't kill him. But getting to our next sub-tank is not too difficult. It's just in the fray of all these guys, but they're nothing too dangerous. That's a Me Tool I see. Look at that. Haven't seen them since the classic Mega Man games. But coming over here is our next sub-tank. Booyah. Alright, now that we've gotten everything we need in this stage, we're going to just head on to the end. Now, I'm not too worried about Flame Mammoth. Yeah, Flame Mammoth can catch you off guard with his sheer size, but he's nothing too dangerous to really deal with. It's just this part of his stage that's kind of dangerous. Ooh. But again, if you just use your invincibility frames, you'll be just fine getting through there. So through our boss transition door, we have Flame Mammoth coming up, so we're going to get our Storm Tornado equipped, because that is Flame Mammoth's weakness. And he does have some moves up his sleeves. Well, up his cannon. Speaking of his cannon, he has a fire attack with that cannon. He has an oil attack with his trunk. He's got this elephant roar attack, whatever sound an elephant makes. It changes the direction of the conveyors. He's got a jump attack, which can pretty much make you fall off walls apparently as well, by the seams of it. But if you're not touching any ground, that jump thing, that earthquake move won't really bother you. But if you just stay up on the walls, you'll avoid most of his actual cannon and trunk attacks. So, again, he's not very hard, especially with his weakness. But that gives us the fire wave. So next stop on our to-do list is going back to Chill Penguin stage, because there's one more thing we gotta get here. So I'm gonna meet you over by the ride armor section before we, move on to do bigger and better things with our life. Alright, we're back over at the ride armor section, so avoid the bottomless pit. So coming back up here, equip your fire wave, destroy this hive. That gives us our next heart tank. Alright, now, we actually don't have to go to the end of the stage now. If we enter our pause menu, head to this escape option, hit the pause button again, we can leave the stage. Ta-da! And we get to keep everything from that stage. Alright, next Maverick is actually Spark Mandrill.